or we
Okay.
do it, you're right where it is, you know.
Yep.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me
Grandpa Bill's
just,
here with us.
Hi, Grandpa Bill.
He's
He's
awesome.
got
He's
the
literally
crystal. Are those crystal cats there?
looks
I
like
have
that.
my little crystal cat. There's your synchronicity.
okay, that
Hmm.
should be live. Yeah, it's live there. Cool. And we're good. Yeah. All right. We're 1 minute past here. Okay. Well, I guess we're live and I'm recording over here. So yeah, we are good. We're streaming over there and there. Okay, we're good, guys. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you everybody for joining this impromptu session. We figured that with all the chaos going around with the Chico, California fires, that we would do an impromptu coherence meditation session, even though we have just a couple people over here live on Zoom. We are restreaming over to Facebook and YouTube. And if you are watching a recording, thank you. And while you're over there, please do like this. Let's try to bump that up a little bit and kind of throw off the algorithm with YouTube and see what we could do. So, yeah, I actually heard about the Chico wildfires kind of as they happened, but I looked into them a little bit more on YouTube and Rumble, and it kind of seems. I mean, tell me, is it kind of like a repeat of what we've witnessed, maybe in some regards, to other wildfires in California, like with directed energy weapons? Of course, we got the Hawaii stuff too, which some speculation is also there, but. We're here also with Katt guys, and Katt's over in Chico, California. So tell us a little bit about what's going on there in Chico.
Well, I don't think it's direct energy weapons say here, but we'll bring in the controlled aspect of this. Some guy, they caught him. So some guy was up in the upper park in our Bidwell Park, and I guess somehow his car caught on fire. Something happens for now. They're saying it was his mother's car, but instead of like keeping the car there and taking care of whatever was happening, he took the car and someone said he put it in neutral and shoved it down a ravine into a bunch of tall grass, and that's where it started. Am I breaking up? Can you guys hear me?
Your video just stalled, but your audio was just perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, and then it started as 5 acres in the park, and then from that point on just took off. And now it's at what, 180,000 now. Granted, it's going into the like more the wilderness area now, so it's going up. But even Paradise is, they've got evacuation warning. So, and my daughter was just, living up there and moved back to Chico with a new baby, new granddaughter. And I'm so glad they're not up there now. But parts of Chico by the airport, the northern Chico people have been, I don't know if I think some of them have been evacuated. Now, maybe they've gone back. I can't tell by the maps where like things have already burned and it's okay now. But um, just had a friend's parents' house go down in Cohasset. So, of what I heard in Cohasset, which is a little town up north, there's like Cohasset Forest Ranch, um, maybe totally wiped out. Don't know. So on edge because had like my daughter's friend went up to help somebody move their horses and stuff out of Cohasset yesterday. We lost contact with her. Didn't know if it's just it is tense as far as I did my stethoscope thing today though, Seth. Soon as I did that, you know, the grounding, so trusting the heart and taking deep breaths. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I pulled this up on just a quick little search. I mean, it's just top results, and you're right. It's 160,000 acres near Chico as
no,
of right
one
now. What it
eighty
says,
now.
or
Hundred eighty
164. Oh,
thousand,
I see. So this has actually gone up from 160 to 180. Wow,
and
that's
and no
crazy.
and no oh sorry, and no containment. I guess it was at 3% containment. Now it says zero. So
Yeah,
I mean, mother's got to do her thing. Supposedly, there hasn't been a fire in that area or whatever in centuries or something. So, I mean, and the animals, yeah, it sucks, but a lot of them do know when things are coming and they get out of Dodge. So I think that's another thing. People got to be on the lookout for stranded animals or animals coming into town. Somebody was just commenting on a bunch of raccoons being in 3 different drainage things, in the street. And I'm like, could it be the fire, sending them, they're down here anyway, but you just never know. So that's a big one too. And the trees, Seth, after sending you the breathing thing on
Yeah.
So I'm a little sad today. I think a lot of us are.
Of course,
holding our
you have
hearts,
every reason
but
to be. Yeah. I mean,
luckily I've heard of no fatalities yet. So that's the big one, Paradise was horrible. So
yeah, these are really populated areas, right?
We'll manage because Chico always does, and this is a wonderful town. And what?
I was just going to say
Say that again.
They're very populated, right? Chico, that whole area. The town.
It's like 100,000 people in Chico.
Yeah.
And the outer, I'm not sure, it's more not as dense, but there's people up in the hills, everywhere. So
yeah, 101,475 in 2020. That's, yeah, it increased from 2010, I think 86,000 all the way up now. Yeah, basically 102. Let's figure by now. That's outrageous.
102. Yeah.
I mean, well, I just hope for everybody's safety. Hopefully nobody gets caught up and dies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw yesterday actually the fire was trying to jump one of the major highways over there, and I did see like the fire planes and everything dropping all the chemicals and everything to stop fire, but I don't know how really that did, But yeah, California is just one of those things with California.
Somebody said something about, getting the military in.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was commenting to someone about, we've got technology now somewhere, somehow that can take care of this. And when are they, whoever they is, going to unleash all of this? Because I don't know. I mean, I guess it's, knock on wood here. Canada last year was so incredibly insane, and then Australia, you got to think of those places. So here's your scorched earth stuff, but
yep.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm glad we all came together here in such short notice then. Seth, want to go into what your thoughts are so we can, thoughts are with the coherence meditation?
So I've been blessed to be with tribal people and to watch them literally invoke rain. Just like, I mean, it's somewhat known that Native people would do rain dances and literally create rain. And that's not, it's not hokey. It's more real than probably anything that everybody in the Western world believes. And we have that in us. All it is pure elemental consciousness, which we already are. We are predominantly water-based beings.
Yeah.
And with enough of us coming together and getting into coherence with our entire sense of self, and then doing it together with others, we literally can invoke water. But let's not hang on to that if we can't. So we're going to do a mixture of that, and we're going to pray and meditate for everybody in the way. So it'll be multifaceted. Let's get right into it.
Okay.
So thank you, Gregg and Katt and Grandpa Bill. And I see Carrie's here. Thank you so much for coming. And everybody who is on the other channels, thank you. We're really happy and really grateful to have you here. And the more that are doing this, the more we're going to be able to create or invoke the healing, which in this case would be predominantly water raining into this area naturally.
And really quick, Katt, So if you want to stop your video, it's totally up to you. Otherwise, I'll just keep it going.
Okay,
I usually just kind of fade myself out, so I go into my light body.
okay, yeah, okay,
You
yeah,
know,
I can do that.
okay,
I
it's
can,
totally up to you.
okay.
I just be aware. Yeah, we're restreaming over YouTube and Facebook, so
Back in the spot.
right on.
We'll
Okay,
just
yeah,
roll with it. I don't know how long it's gonna be. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm
yep,
gonna really, really focus and
I hear you. All right.
be of service for everybody.
I'm
Right.
But before we start though, you said, was he intentionally trying to start the fire? Did they
He
know
did.
that?
We don't know. I mean, we don't know. He was, a lot of bad things already in his history. And they said that they saw him, or there were witnesses that saw him after he did it, just walking casually through people that were trying to get away from what was happening. He was just like,
Mm.
and maybe drunk. I don't know, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? Out
Yeah.
of their mind, obviously, on some level, right? So, but then again, there was also an aspect of pay to play, whatever here, who knows? Who knows? Oh, internet's going. Did you guys
That's
hear me
right.
there?
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
I can hear you fine. Greg can too. Hold on.
Okay.
How do I shut? Did you hear that
Because
ring?
my internet keeps going unstable.
Okay, so
Hear the what?
everybody here, wherever you are, get totally relaxed and close your eyes. And as you relax, take notice that the elements in the natural world around us are also elements that are within us. Our awareness, our consciousness is in many ways fire. It is the light of our being and of this world. We breathe, we are air. We are predominantly air-based beings. Yes, we have more water in our body than air, but we can go for a couple weeks if we had to without water. We can't go more than a few minutes without air. Of course, water. We are literally made of water more than any other element. Our brain is water, 80, 90% water. Our cells are 99% water. Our bodies, if we're hydrated, are between 70, 75% water. And of course, the physical elements of our being, our bones, our skin, our organs, and all the fluids that support the electrical conductivity of our fire, light-based consciousness. It's channeled to all these organs that represent the earth. And if we were to take a tree and put it side by side, our own internal wiring with our veins and the root of our consciousness in the middle of our heart up through our head. If we were to take a picture of our entire blood vessel system and put it next to a tree's root system, it looks so similar. It's because it is similar. And the point in all of this is to acknowledge that we are made of the same thing that is around us. And when we get in tune with the pure elemental existence of our own reality. To do that, we bring these internal elements into play. We bring them into balance. And when we get into balance and we sustain that energy, they become powerful. And we become conscious of that power. So this fire, this light of consciousness that is animating our beings and everything in the world around us, it's causing our heart to beat. It's not just light. It's not just fire. It is beyond genius, IQ, intelligence of knowing how to conduct complex bodily systems of not just us, but of everything. All the animals, all the flora and fauna of the world, of the worlds, of the galaxies, of the universes, of the multiverses. It all evolves into different versions of its own evolutionary process. But at its core, it is pure elemental intensity, creativity. And again, when we get in sync with that, we can invoke the change we know that we're capable of. So as you're totally relaxed, relax even more. Even just talking about fire can overstimulate us. Focusing on any one element can cause the others to go out of balance. So with all of the fire that we are, the air, the water, the ground, and the ether, the root of the unseen predominant spirit world that is really reality. This world is but a shadow of that world. And everything that's happening here is taking place into what is mostly unseen by us here in this short trip through these bodies, through these lives. But when we remember that, when we begin to get familiar with it so that we begin to know what it is we've temporarily, apparently being disconnected from, we are in full connection. It is an illusion that we are not. We live with the appearance of a very limited world around us, a world built from conquest, from the lower virtues and states of being of power-hungry men, connected to who knows what, empowered by virtues and states of being that bring out the worst in them. And in an unsuspecting world, it is infectious and it brings us down with it, but not anymore. So you're totally relaxed. Put a smile on your face, or even just an inner smile, and feel what that smile feels like. Not just in your body, like we normally do with these meditations. Feel it in the elements of you, meaning that you are choosing to feel self-love by feeling the effects of your smile. And you're feeling those effects only because you are choosing to. You have a choice to feel happiness. Love is what comes out of that happiness. When you practice flicking the switch of your body chemistry from stress to bliss or to love or care or empathy or all of these empowering states of being and virtues of human existence that we all are and can access and can sustain as we access and practice this more together. We embody it. We role model it to each other so that we show you what we know we're capable of being and what everybody is. So with the feeling of your smile, of your self-love, love your water. Feel that feeling of the smile throughout all of the water and fluids of your body. All of it at once if you want. With every beat of the heart, it is sending and receiving massive electromagnetic heart waves, frequencies. And with every beat of your heart, your entire being is being bathed in the state of being that you are most used to sustaining. And so somebody who's always stressed out or afraid, they are bathing the elements of their body with that frequency that they feel powerless to do anything about, because that's what the world has taught us. It's easier to control mass populations when they're afraid, when they're subservient, when they don't even want to begin to learn about how powerful they truly are and have the potential to be. So feel the feeling of that smile with every beat of your heart. That feeling is bathing and sending frequencies and signals to every part of the water in your body, in your lungs. And when you slow your breathing down and you breathe a little bit deeper and more rhythmically, even inhale, even exhale, and you slow all of that down, that is consciously connecting to and honoring air, the element of air in your being, because it's taking all of that air and it is converting it into bodily chemistry that is so complex it doesn't even seem like it could be possible, but it is, because it is beyond genius. It is miraculous. And so are we when we choose to become that powerful, to no longer deny our inalienable rights of being able to exist in this world harmoniously with ourselves, with each other, and with whatever governing powers, whether they are human-made or not. We have an equal right to live, an equal right to be powerful, and a responsibility to speak up and assist those who don't have a voice or a way to communicate. So from your smile, you are loving the air that you breathe because you're feeling the smile creates. And so when you love that air, that energy that's coming into your lungs, and you breathe it back out into the world, all of that air is being activated by the same heartbeat that you have chosen to love and let the feeling of expand throughout the water, the air. You're conscious of it, the fire. And then you start to become more conscious of it. And it goes from fire into ether. And so with the spirit of your fire, of your consciousness, this innate intelligence that animates us through our life force, when we go into the source of our consciousness, the ether, and we connect to that, the fire of our consciousness, the light becomes stronger. The air becomes charged with negative ions and all kinds of other fractal pattern-like frequencies that most don't have any clue are there, but that they make up the life force so all of us can be in these bodies. And so with all of that, we take that energy and we anchor it into the earth, into our organs, into our bones, into all of the physical matter structures that appear to be happening, working together vibrationally through us, to us, for us. Let your choice to love your body chemistry balance and cleanse the elements that you are. And we are ether, we are spirit, a beyond genius intelligence that allows us to be here and perceive reality so that we even know if we're alive in the first place. If it wasn't for that, we would not be here. So when we respect that and honor it and express gratitude for it, even though it hurts so much sometimes, even though we go through such difficult trials and tribulations, when we learn how to feel gratitude, to be respectful, even through our challenges and our challengers and anybody or anything that tries to knock us down or make us feel weak or incomplete, we cut the cords of that to go forever. And we decree and declare that we have within us the ability to not only balance these internal elements, but that we can create and authenticate the efforts of manifesting elemental needs in times of emergency. Just like so many of us have experienced in indigenous rain dances or even heard about, we have the same ability and we are exercising it right now. And so the ether, the supreme, ecstatic, powerful bliss consciousness that is the creator and destroyer of life, of universes, of us, allow our elemental being to be able to up the amplitude of all the frequencies feeding throughout the root, river, and vein system of our entire body, so that through our ability to up the amplitudes of being in these bodies and remembering how powerful we are when we want to evoke and invoke change, and literally with all of your heart and soul, with the feeling of that smile in your being and your self-love to bring all of this imbalance into you. Feel what it would be like right now to be in or around those fires and for rain to be pouring down. Storm clouds literally start to appear over you. The air gets charged with all the negative ions, with all the hydrostatic energy that these storms bring. Just as when we are in tune and we inhale and exhale negative ion charged air, so too do we attract that. And we have the ability to attract it in abundance when we're working together like we are now. And so we're in that fire. We are around that fire. Some of us are actually there. Katt is there. Many others are. And when we come together and we bring the balance of all that we are in harmony with each other, in community, we are invoking the healing that is necessary to change the circumstances, to change what could be a severe death toll for all the flora and fauna. Let's be in these states. Let's be the rain that we predominantly are. We are predominant water-based beings. We can attract it, and we are attracting it. And so feel the part of you that is water. Feel what it's like to be standing in the rain. If you've ever done that, you know what it feels like to just have rain pouring down on you, and you love it. Feel that. Feel that feeling now, just like it was actually happening. And the longer you can choose to feel and sustain the feeling of what it's like to be drenched and to love it and welcome it, feel that. The longer we can sustain it, the more we attract it to us, just like our heartbeat sends and receives frequencies of our life force out into the world and back to it. So too does that include all of the elements and all of the elemental forces in our being and in the planet around, in all of her living creatures. That life force is there, and together we connect and we invoke and we create the potential and possibility and the reality of making rain, hard rain, intense rain, reality. So keep feeling that and keep sustaining that feeling like it's already happening. It's happening right now. You can, sure as day, you can just feel and remember that feeling and feel it now like it is happening. And even when we hang up from this, I'm going to continue to feel like it's raining, like I'm right there. And the more that all of us do that together, the more it becomes reality, because we all are the miracle of reality. We are comprised of life force that knows how to operate intense, complex systems of our bodies so that we have the potential to thrive. Yeah, it's easy to stress out, but when you begin to realize that you can modulate the governor of your choice to attune and tune your frequencies of how you want to feel and to make a habit of being so good at it that you sustain it and you regain your power and you decree and declare that your inalienable rights of being a child of the universe, of the earth, of the world that loves greater than it suffers, And when it suffers, it learns how to love even greater than that. That's what we are. That's only the beginning of what we are. And regardless of the rain that we're creating, may everybody, every plant, every animal, all of the people who love life and respect life and want a healthier world, all the children that deserve to be influenced by others who are going to bring out the best in them. May everybody in all of these roles be protected. May whatever it is that happens bring out the best in all of us in this situation. May everybody be protected. May everything be empowered. And whatever the best outcome for all of this can be, let it be now. So we're going to hang up, but I want everybody to stay in this state of being. Stay in a state where you are feeling like it's pouring rain right now, and you are there. Imagine it, feel it, and be it fully. And practice sustaining that feeling as much as you can, while also at the same time witnessing the terror and the horror and the stress and everything that is happening and that will happen in a situation like that. And may you be empowered through all the elements of your own being to be noble, to be helpful, to be of service, to be somebody that is so in tune with the root of their life force that they already know how to conduct themselves in the best version of who they have the potential to be. This is what they were born to do. This is what we all were born to do. And this is what we are doing. And we're sustaining it. So go forward, hold this frequency as much as you can. I'm going to be doing it. I know Gregg will be, and Katt will be. Katt is right in Chico where all that's happening. So thank you, everybody. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Feel like you're soaking wet. Thank you, Katt. Thank you, Gregg, Grandpa Bill, Carrie, everybody else on all the other channels.
Thank you, everyone. And we pray for everybody's safety. And till next time, see you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, guys.
Thank you, Katt.